So 1-0 Rangers. Here's Alan coming. All right, Alan, how's that? That's it. We are live. So we'll take that any day of the week, won't we?
Aye, it was. I thought we looked weak on the counter, but the job done.
Yeah.
That was the definition of winning ugly. But I actually semi-enjoyed the game. See, if you were a neutral today, you'd have probably quite enjoyed that game.
That was a good game. Motherwell were really good. I thought we were good. We were good as well. I thought we played well today. Not to take anything away from us, you know what I mean. But I still think there's a lot of work to be done in the team.
Absolutely.
We just lack a intensity. You know, Motherwell's got more intensity than we've got. They're driving everywhere.
But
I thought
did Danny outthink us as fans? Because when we saw the team like Alpha, but it actually worked. And I thought, Gaz, I know, John, you're not the biggest fan of Gazima, but I am, because he excited me the day when he got the ball. I was like, on you go, son.
He was good today. I just think he's not consistent enough. You know, there's games he's in it, he's not even in the game.
I think, no, John, no. Right, so I'll let you come in a second now. Wingers are always like, because John, here's something it's an elephant in the room. David Cooper was one good game, 4 missing, and people forget that. You know what I mean? Because if David Cooper was his peak every game, he'd have been Real Madrid or probably Italy back then. I know they say he played for the shirt, they'd have come in and treble his wages, but we'll not go there. But yeah, here's Daft Kenny. Right, so how did you, right, Alan, your first match report, how did you feel?
I thought the first 15, 20 minutes, I thought we were cagey. And I thought we came back into it. I thought we actually controlled the game and we had chances to score. Obviously unlucky with that goal that was disallowed. But I thought, apart from Motherwell on the counter, I don't think they really offered much.
We did have some solid. Butler did some absolute belter of a save. So, but the thing is, my argument is that's what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean?
That's his position, isn't it?
Aye.
You sign a centre back, you expect him to go and win balls in the air and you know, compete.
Aye.
So the goalkeeper's there to save. You know.
Because I think he was man of the match. Conor Barron, right, the man of the match. But I tell you what, Dijon Sterling wasn't far behind for me. I thought he reached that game brilliant. And big Cornelius, what's his the thingy? Fernandez. I thought he was all right today. You hardly heard his name mentioned. That was quite a good performance they set off. Let's be honest. I know there's somebody said it was crap. I don't know. I thought it was all right.
I thought there was a spell, probably 70 minutes to 80 minutes, it kind of dulled down a bit. But then I think Motherwell was starting to go for it, and then space was open for us. We were starting to hit them in the counter.
Aye.
And we should have scored, 2 goals right at the end as well.
Aye. The thing is, what that performance said to me is when Danny gets, if we get 2 or 3 players in that can play a bit better footballers in January, you know what I mean? There's a lot of room for improvement, and we're a week away from it. What's the date? The day the 20th, so we're 3 days away. Asgard played well today. Not anywhere what he should be doing, but he was all right today.
He had a good game of the day, Chermiti. I thought he was good.
I don't. Chermiti, yeah. And there was a couple of good saves from them. He's trying. And what I liked at the end, he got applauded. It sounded like he got applauded off at Ibrox, saying, "Nah, well, I given the boy a." See, Mike, I don't know. I don't agree with that at all. I thought I enjoyed that game today. Right, where's Stacey? Wee Tam's not coming on because he's whatever. But and I've sent a link to Mad Alison. Hopefully she's coming on. Listen. Like we said before the game, John, we were experts. When a team above us drops points, we drop points. But we did today. Listen, Hearts, we're not going to catch Hearts, but at the end of the day, that's 2 points closer to them.
I don't know. I think we can catch Hearts.
I do.
You know what I mean? I think it's going to be tight at the top of the league. It's going to be up and down. I mean, it's game to game at the moment for the 3 clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the points in the bag, but the other dropped 3 today. So
I know. And the thing is, I looked at right. I didn't have. I didn't have. When the Rangers games were all switch off my notifications, right? But I looked at the Livingston, and I was it was after 8 minutes. It was two each, and I actually thought it was a mistake. I thought that can't be right. So I went to Google. So I was two each, man. So, but then they won 4-2, and I'll just give them nothing but confidence. So.
Yeah.
But together. They did. They worked hard today. I thought there was most people put a shift in the day. But like, Butland saved that. He did, but he's supposed to again. You know. I mean, how do you feel about that, Alan? You know, that's the goalkeeper's job. And if you're the Rangers goalkeeper, you're meant to be able to do that.
I think with Butland, you're always worried that he's made a few howlers from time to time, but he comes up with big saves, and that's what any good goalkeeper should do. They should be pulling off the kind of saves.
Mm-hmm. I know, but I just like the fact that Hearts dropped points. We saw they drop points. The gaffer said, "Look, they've dropped points. Here's a chance," and we took it. And for all Motherwell played well. Well, Butland did the saves, mind you. And there was a point when Butland's first save in the second half. The boy had all the time in the world, and I think he was about the penalty spot, wasn't he? And there was no one close to him. But I would get Barron in a new contract ASAP.
I thought for probably 20 minutes onwards, I thought we were the ones playing on the front foot. We weren't letting Motherwell play their game. You know, the commentators were saying usually you see this boy attacking, but he was defending for the majority of the game. So I thought we stifled them that way, but I thought we still looked vulnerable on the counter.
Okay, here's Ali for the first. Well, this is your second time because you were on before very briefly. But this is Ali.
I need to be quiet because I might get banned again.
I know you talk too much. But how did you see that? How did you feel after the game, Ali?
What I'm thinking is Hearts have dropped points. Okay, Celtic just now. However, we beat them next week. It is all to play for.
I know.
Honestly, It's not finished yet. 'Cause I tell you, apart from Motherwell today losing, looking at Motherwell, looking at Hibs, look at I'm not saying any 5 teams. It's honestly, it's not a 2-horse race. It is not by any means a 2-horse race. I think there'll be lots of.
Absolutely.
The telling thing is, Mr. Kavanagh, his face, he is pissed off. By the way, he's looking at this.
It was good to see him there. He's over here for the transfer window.
Oh, absolutely.
I loved seeing him there. He's deeply invested in this.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is Christmas, this is a Christmas period. All right, these guys they can lift the phone in a private jet within an hour. You know what I mean? But it doesn't matter. That's encouraging. He's here.
And what I'm thinking as well is, even though when the team went up, we thought, Christ, actually, we didn't concede a goal, did we? Did we concede a goal? No, we never. You just wonder his way his mind's thinking. But hey, I'll take 3 points. I don't care. I'll take the 3. Thank you.
Yeah, as Barry here said, it wasn't great. Let's be brutally honest. Let's move on. This is what Danny said he was going to do.
Right, absolutely.
Ugly, and that's what the gentleman's done. Give me a sec to post. I'm just sharing this on Twitter, right?
I'm looking at Stacey's keeping though. The first 3 minutes, I'm like, Livingston won. Like, Jesus, I thought Stacey might actually get it right. Or Coopin, it was like 1 each, 2-1, 2 each. Just like, geez, that was some game.
Everton ruined me. Everton bugged me. I had all my 4 other teams, and Everton knacking was like,
I was looking at your Coopin thing. There was a good chance it was going to come up.
I know, because my actual one, the one that I was unsure of, was the actual Hibs Hearts game.
Yeah,
that was my kind of. Chermiti, you just wanted him to get going. He wasn't rotten today, like some people said. Nah, he needs to go. Right, I'll ask Alan this. Do you think he needs to go and loan somewhere? Whether it's back to Portugal for a few months for the rest of the season or something, because he is getting better.
I think it's a lot of money to spend to just put somebody out on loan. I know that obviously it's not his fault, the amount of money that Farewell spent on him, but I think you can see he was getting more confident. You can see he tried really acrobatic, and he tried to wee flick. I think more game time is going to bring his confidence on. So I think keep him where he is and sign somebody that's going to give him a bit of support. Some could win that speed of player that links up with him.
That's the thing.
I don't think when this is coming. I think that was paper talk. Somebody said something. The thing is, Mikey Moore can give us that spark, but the boy was ill. So
I agree with Alan. I think we can't put him out on loan. I think he needs more games. Right. He needs to stay and just gradually get better and keep just plugging away.
And that's the thing. If you get players around him in the transfer season, it might just suddenly it's general could be what he's got around him.
I know.
He's up there with him. You see him up there. They're playing balls up to him, and there's nobody within 20 yards of him. They're all over the place. Nobody up beside him.
I know. So better than Tuesday night. I mean, we'll cover that on Tuesday. But I mean, listen, one game, Motherwell, we all thought it was tricky. I thought it was going to be a draw. 1-0 up the road. 3 points up the road.
I'll be honest, I thought it was going to happen, and I thought it was, honestly, when you put the stats up during the week about Motherwell's form, I hate to say it, I did not expect to win.
That's a good thing, though. I mean, we beat a team that's not been beat for. They're in a good run of form. And Alan, see, over the years, Motherwell have always been a pain in the arse. I mean, they get to the odd cup finals, semi-finals and all that. They're never a team you can take for granted. A win for granted.
Definitely. I remember when 9 in a row, and I think it was Richard Goff's last game, and we thought the title was in the bag, and I think they beat us 1-0, 2-0, whatever it was, and we had to take it to the last game at Tannadice. And I think,
right. And that one, the Motherwell beat us 3-0 when Souness left. You know what I mean? They beat us 3-0. Thinking, all Aberdeen this was 91, wasn't it? Aberdeen needed, all they needed was a draw at Ibrox. You might be a bit too young for that, but there was a few years in the I've told this before, I went to the Motherland and we get our heads kicked in. But anyway, that's another story for another kind of podcast. Like this was a bad mistake. But anyway, I mean, their managers, people say their managers, and what I noticed, and they said it in the commentary, I think, was it John, you said it before the match, they just run like fuck all match, then they bring on 4 players,
As soon as a Rangers player gets the ball, there's 2 or 3 of them running about us. I looked at them on the counter attack, right? Our players are all so open and spread out. I mean, maybe we're picking up other areas, anticipating the ball's going to go in there, but you saw, that when that boy went down in the box at the end,
I was
that dive. But the fact is, we're allowing them to come into our box and beat 1 or 2 players. So there's a danger there that a ref would give something there.
And there was the offside in the first half, but I actually think the Fernandez and thing, he knew it was offside. He was miles offside. It looked, because I was shouting at the telly, and I thought, it annoyed me that the actual goal, the guy get into that position, but they played the offside or whatever. I'm not a fan of playing an offside trap. I mean, not many teams do that now, but they knew he was offside, and they knew if the ref didn't shout it, the VR would catch it.
See that situation there for that goal, though. If you look what Chinmiti is, it would have been easier for him just to go off the park. That's just his lack of experience. An experienced striker wouldn't have stood right in behind the keeper. They'd have been off the pitch.
And it was also quite clever that the Motherwell goalie.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupt that. Yeah. But what about flipping thingy that come on, the defender, what's his name? John Suterman, he looks as if he's lost a ton of weight.
I said that at the beginning of the season when he was in the training. I thought at the beginning of the season he looked really, really fit rather than looked just like let face everything. He just looked, but I
know. And he get booked after about 3 seconds of being on the pitch. But for me, Alan, that's another. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but it's another player back from injury.
It's more experience you need. It's you've got Fernandez and obviously you had Giga before he went away, and it was all youngsters in the defence. There was no experience there. I think he just brings that bit of experience just to talk to the boys and say, don't dive into tackles. Position yourself here. He's got the experience that can maybe carry these youngsters through games.
Miss Stacey.
There's me, Stacey. How you doing, Stacey? We've got Mad Allison in with us now.
I was just saying, Stacey, I thought one point when Livingston were 2-1 up, I thought, hey, Stacey's keeping's actually on. It could be 4-3.
I know, Stacey, see, when I seen that, I went on the live score and it said 2 each after 8 minutes, and I thought, no, there's a blip here. So I actually Googled it and I was like, holy cow, man. But
I should have cashed out just before that.
Everton ruined me. Everton ruined me. All my other ones came in. Aye. So how did you feel about that game then, Stacey?
I actually think we played all right, by the way. You could tell it was just going to be a 1-0 either way, whether it was them or us. There wasn't going to be a goal thriller. But I still can't believe, I don't know if it was Cameron or the other one that came on, past Miofsky in that last minute. Like, what the fuck?
I know. That's why we need. It's just we've got. But the thing is that at times we all need a kind of wee bit of reality. We've just the players that aren't good enough, but they actually. I thought we did all right after the first 15-20 minutes. I never see. I mean, whether this is hindsight kicking in, I never felt in danger like I did against Hearts. I never thought every time they came forward, every time Hearts came forward last week, thought they're going to score. I never felt like that today for some reason. I felt confident we were winning that game after that 15 minutes. But
and I felt confident
again, is that hindsight?
In Butland too. Don't get me wrong, he had some hairy, scary moments, but I just thought to myself, see some of the saves they had today. I thought, where was that last week?
I know that was it. I know, but that's who he is. That's why, Alan. For me, seeing the summer, and most people don't agree. The most important person we sign in the summer is a goalie. And it's not for his actual goalkeeping; it's his distribution. In this day and age, you need to be a football player, as well as a goalie. Because what was it? The goalkeeper, somebody Pope. I think he was at Sunderland, and he's actually better than the England goalie as a shot stopper, but he can't use his feet, and that's why he's not at Man United or Liverpool or that because But Alan, that's it. Who's the most? Do you agree or disagree on what that the goalies are most important in the summer?
I think Butland does a job for now, but if we're going to look to win titles, do we? I know his distribution sometimes he looks a bit shaky, and sometimes if you've got a better keeper, could he launch the ball out or get the ball out to the fullback quicker and start an attack? He does. He obviously pull us out of some dodges to be shot stopping.
Mm-hmm.
But then in big games like the Hearts game,
quite good today.
Sorry, say again.
Motherwell keeper was quite good today.
Not a bad goalkeeper there, aye. Like George says here, quite simply, we need goals, and it is as simple as that, because it was no centre, but I know. I would another one. I would sign Cornelius. I'm quite happy to bring him in as a player full time. Because he's a bit of a Swiss Army knife as well. He can play everywhere. He can take. He's a dead ball specialist. I know. But I don't know. I quite enjoyed the game, to be honest. I didn't think it was awful at all. I thought that's one of the best we've played all season, to be honest with you.
I think Jimmy did all right today. I mean, I should have scored probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought he done all right. Apart from that. Rathbone goal getting chopped off. What was he thinking? Come on, he knows. It should be no now the way the refs are in this league. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
And how the keepers get protected.
I know. And the goalkeeper was clever, and that we all know goalies are always going to get the decision. There's no. I can press a button. What's it do? Oh, right. Wait a minute. Aye. Sorry, I'm still learning this stuff. But it is. It's Danny said what Danny would do. 3 points up the road, win ugly, and I mean, and it was a game today where we were bottled it. Like we were saying beforehand, John, and we didn't look like bottling it either. The first 15 minutes, but after that,
keeps it interesting.
For both keepers, you could have had like a 4-4 on your hands. That would have been
No, I enjoyed that today. I'm sorry, I enjoyed it. I did. No, that was the best we played. I think that's one of our best performances all season. I mean, it's not a high standard. And we can
No,
afford it, John.
I think we've got to just each day, each game as it comes. I don't think, I think, right, next game Tuesday, obviously all fun. I just think it's like.
I know.
and I think that's how Danny's getting us as well, isn't it? It's like there's a block of games, we see where we are after that.
Aye, yeah. I mean, losing against Hearts at this moment in time is not. It was horrible, but it's you know what I mean. It was only 2-1, and it was 2 mistakes, but they've dropped points a day. And what's the league? Let me have a look at the league. Let's SP. How does this look? It's the table. Let's have a look.
We're up to third now.
Right.
So.
Right. So with 32 points, the Gremlins, the Fraggles are on 38. Hearts 41.
Which is
We've got a
nothing.
game in Hearts. We've got a game in hand, so if we win, I know it's against Aberdeen. So against that, we go to 34. We go 6 behind. I mean, look, we're going 6 behind Hearts with half the season to go.
I know. And being Celtic next Saturday, 3 behind them, honestly. And they think, I know, it's.
Do you know what I mean? We've still got to play them all twice, and that's 6 points over the 2 games.
We're not dropping points between them at the end of the season. No, it's not. And it's teams like Hibs and Motherwell that are going to be the pain in the arse for all 3 teams.
That's right, I agree.
I watched it in the house. Danny Rowe. I think Danny's been extremely clever. I think, like we said before the game, like when that team came out, we were all like, what is he thinking?
Yeah.
And here we are sitting 2 hours later going, well, he actually thought that's why he's a young, upcoming manager, and we're 4 dummies sitting watching me, looking at a computer.
Talk to yourself, Frankie.
Look at my sunburn today, man.
Brilliant.
I've got to put the sunburn on lotion today, man. It's stinging because I went for a shower at half time, man. But and here's one. Motherwell's not lost in 10 matches. I don't think we're going to get such a thing as a convincing game this season, though, John. But I don't think we've got that unless we get 3 belters in January.
Depends who we bring in and what injuries we can clear up. I mean, I'm trying to think who's this sort of. Cornelius is a big one. It's I think the longest term.
Aye. The team will say January, February for him.
Yeah, there's
clearly. I think if Cornelius. On you go, John.
There's clearly players we need to get ready. I mean, Matondo's still hanging about. Ben Davies, I said it last week. Who's the other one? Your guy Kieran Dowell. They're all taking thousands out of Rangers every week.
I know.
But the thing is, they might well be away, but we need a squad at the moment. You need to fill that bench up. So that's why but remember that Dowell's not coming on. It's but January, and the fact that Chairman was the other day. That's that. When I saw that, I kind of get how do you explain?
I was quite shocked. Actually, I didn't know he was here.
Me too. And I mean, I try to think. Well, I'll drop this one in you, Alan. If we didn't have the disaster we had at the start of the season, would you have been here to watch this game today? I would understand the Celtic game, but 2 days after Christmas, it's. I think it says a lot about the manner of the man.
Aye, definitely. I think obviously Pooh-Bag Magoo screwed his royal at the start of the season, but we've came back and we're a couple of wins against Celtic, Aberdeen. We could come right back into it, and definitely you're going to have guys like Rothwell. He'll be off, I think there's already a deal done for him.
I think there's already. It's just to be signed. I think.
I thought he's away. I thought he was already away.
No, well, we can't leave till January the 1st. But
that was January.
You'll probably find he's got the movers in and all that, and looking for a flat chef. And good luck to him. I mean, that's like Johnny Lundy's saying here. He's seen Kavanagh. That's the only reason he's here. It's got to be though, isn't it? It's got to be.
I would imagine so, and especially if, like you're saying, we're getting jigging that, and maybe he's here to finalise all that. And
he wants the wind in the rain. He wants the Glasgow weather.
He's had
well,
enough
he
of the sunshine.
but the thing is, he lives in Philadelphia. Their weather's probably worse than us, isn't it? You know, they get it. They get minus 20 to minus 10, that
he's
whole
here for it.
New York and all that. But, I mean, it was cold the other day. It was 27
Oh, I know.
degrees.
Oh,
One more day and I'll not be saying that. Well, 2 days.
Look, you'll be looking forward to it. So, how do you get to the airport in the morning, Stacey?
I'm getting a lift. But night I'm staying up at the hotel up at that Holiday Inn at the airport.
Oh, right in the back, right? Aye.
I'm going there in no long, a couple of hours maybe.
Brilliant, man, aye. But so I think everyone will be pretty happy with that today, man. But it's Windsor set piece goes and when he gets the players probably more than anything. But Tom, was it Tom? Who was it that was co-commentating? He had it right 1 minute or 2 minutes to go, whatever, and Tav's taking a corner. And he was right, Morris Ross, wasn't it? And he was saying he should be back at right back position to stop the counter because we all know Motherwell are good at the counter.
Yeah.
As it says, that's a 70-yard run to get back into position. He's like, you should be staying in your shape when the game's that close.
Aye. And here's we've got our best defensive record in the league. That's actually quite good to know. You know what I mean? But it's just like I say about the goals. It's a lack of goals that are killing us. I know.
It is. Some of the chances today, you're just like pick your foot through it.
I don't know what that means, but I hate capitals. So I'm deleting that. That's so petty, isn't it? I absolutely hate people posting uppercase. Morris Ross is good. But aye. So again, St Mirren, at least we're at Ibrox, you know.
Yeah.
And they'll still be.
They've been a high after, I know.
After everything, you know, and their manager will be saying to them, just go out there and play, go at them. You know, you've got nothing to lose. But that's what's today's game. It's another banana skin. A bit of Tav's fault. You could see the Tav today, man. It's remember it was in the first half. No, was it the first half when he just get caught out? He tried to do something, and you just saw. Like your legs are gone, man. You know.
Yeah. He was trying to get back. He was trying to be smart, I think, and try to get it to come off.
But the thing is, like I've said before, I think the only reason Tav was supposed to be a bit part player this year was because of the mess that was bought when recruitment. He's had to step up.
100%.
Aye.
I think it's going to come at the time now. It's like you're going to need to come to him and say to him, listen, you're either defending and not going forward, or we're moving him forward one. Because his legs have gone, and there's only so often so much you can defend him. Do you know what I mean?
I know. I remember watching Gary Neville, and he said when he was at Man United, he actually went into Alex Ferguson and said, "Look, boss, I'm going to cost you a championship or a bad games. My legs are gone." And Alex Ferguson, he said it was about the first time I ever disagreed with the boss, as they call him, and all the years I was at Man United, because I think Alex Ferguson I think he was one of his favourites, like, you know, and he said, "Gaffer, I'm going to lose your games. You've got to drop me." And he did, like, you know, it wasn't quite like that, but when that happened today, that's what popped into my head. You know, he'll know himself. He's not daft. He's a good guy, like.
What I'm thinking as well is I'd posted to Frankie that apparently Danny had spoken to Raskin and more or less said where he thinks his position should be. If every Rangers player played the position they're meant to play, Christ, we could be absolutely dangerous. I think we've got so many injuries, so many constraints just now. We're literally doing game by game just now. If we had a fit team out to play the right position, I think it'd be a different league.
I know. It's a lack of goals. Like, I mean, my kind of mind's like before the match and before that, the gentleman put that start that we've got the best defensive record in the league and like that. Wait a minute, I'm shouting out for a defender at Christmas or in the next couple of weeks. It's somebody to score goals. We need, you know.
We need to
get. Danny, go on, Stace.
We need an out-and-out goal scorer, whether it's Shanks or whether it's someone else. We need a proven goal scorer to help Miovski and Chermiti.
Right, okay, that's not what I meant. But what was I going to say? Because Danny insinuated in his chat the other night that he went on about the number 9. He says, "I'm not." It was what was it he said? But it was along the lines he didn't really know who's none of the number. He basically was saying that I'll put this with you, Alan, that he doesn't know who's number 9 is. So that was him saying the three of them aren't playing that good. So, and that also said to me, does that mean we've got somebody coming in?
I think
I think
something. It's got to be. We've got to get at least one striker in.
I think sometimes you watch us and see when Motherwell's defence have got it or the goalkeeper's got it, and we're standing off them. Why are we not pressing them? Why is Chermiti putting pressure on that goalkeeper? Make them panic. We're not doing that to teams. We're just standing off them.
I know what you're saying, Alan, and I agree with you 100%, because what I was watching was when we get the ball, when the ball went back to Butland, the Motherwell players were pushing right up.
Oh, aye.
They
were looking for that mistake and they were trying to get it.
He can't press on his own. He needs like Gassama. Who's on the right? Starting the game. I'm trying to think now.
Gassama, was it?
We need Asgard. He needs to be doing more as well. He's quite lazy actually. He
is at times.
He only really comes alive when the ball's at his feet. He doesn't do the running off the ball enough. Do the sort of recovery stuff. Doesn't do it.
Oh, totally, aye. But the thing is, I thought that was Asgard's best game. Not just because he got to go, he was still not good enough, but he had a few smart turns. He had that shot in the first half that I thought was in. Remember, it was quite clever as well. He had quick feet, then it just scraped the post.
We're not seeing what Rolls sees in training, because again, basically just before Frank ended it or something like the first live, I posted it, and Danny Rollins said about Mikey Moore's been sick during the week. He said he's watched Asgard, Gasman's back, and he says Asgard deserves a game, and obviously, so he's seen things that we don't.
Exactly. I know, and at times, and that's why I think Lyle Cameron's on his way. I don't think Lyle Cameron fits into Danny's future vision of the way we're going to play football. Because they're on the page every day, and there are people are right to say it. They say, "Oh, why is he not playing Cameron? Why is he not playing Cameron?" And you're like, because he obviously doesn't fit into what he is.
I was surprised they brought him on today.
Aye. But then again, we forget, apparently he's not just been injured, he was ill as well, apparently, wasn't he? And it's Gassama, what do you want me to do? Go and tackle and get a booking? You know what I mean? Some players, it's not that they're lazy, it's just they're told not to do that. Oh, excuse me.
I thought he had a good game today.
Oh, aye. It reminded me of what Mark Walters this at times, John. You know what I mean? That excitement, because when he got the ball today, it was, on you go, son. I mean, he's still got a long way to go, which is a good thing. And he's ours. When we're making profit, that's it. Because I was thinking, it took me a second to work out whether he was in loan or not, isn't he?
Maybe we're doing Mr. Thaler an injustice. Maybe he's had a vision of the future. They're all going to be really brilliant.
Well, apparently is it Norway that he plays for Asgard? Their manager said it's a confidence thing with him, that if he's low in confidence, he's murder, but if he's got confidence, he's brilliant.
Well, when you've got what's his name from Man City up front playing with you kind of, because all five of us, you could probably be pretty good for any team, but
Fantastic athlete. Another
the thing with Gassama, I heard, like Morris Ross was saying, there was a few times where he's in field, we're getting the ball, and he's not getting it wide quick enough for them to play that pass out to him.
Yeah. Because Morris Ross was shouting at, he was bigging him up, saying, "Look, he's the man." Like, he's, because he did, when he gets the ball, he's a threat. And the thing is, remember, he dived in the first half and put his arms up and doing as if he'd been shot. We need to get rid of that, because, and John, I think you said it last week at some point, referees will just not give fouls. They're actually real fouls.
No chance. And especially once you do it more than once, you know what I mean? They'll just, And it's like the boy that cries wolf. You'll go through it one time and you'll get Polacks in the box and they'll just go like that, play on. You know?
He'll get
I
tired
know.
with that.
I know. Aye. That's the thing, man. And it is quick up here. Like I say, when Asgard goes, you'll go to another league, maybe Germany or Scandinavia, when it's half a yard slower, and he'll be. Aye, it is. And we've said this all along. The game's just a bit quick for him because you do see the flashes of it, and he's threaded some great passes this season as well, but it's not good enough. Hey, what's this? Danny, when he was giving injections. Oh, okay. Right, maybe. All right. So,
Here's one for you then. With this, the way that we're playing in that now, do you think Matondo would do well in that team?
No.
Nah.
Matondo, if you think about it, right? He came in. If you take that goal against Celtic out his sort of game, right? What has he really done? He come in at that point, did one or two good games, and then just was absolute garbage after that. I thought.
Aye. That's a problem. We've not got a team of players that are consistent every week outside Barron. Everyone else is hot and cold, and we all know you're never ever going to get a game where everyone's on fire, right? That's fine. You know, I mean, it's virtually impossible to do.
Yeah.
But you would, I'll drop this one. You would expect at least 8 of them to be playing at 80, 90%. You know, I mean, you know, or be an 8 out of 10, should I say?
Yeah.
You know, every game. You know, but not. There's nobody like that. We're not like that now. But we're winning.
For me, even when we shipped him out on loan, and he went to some German team, and he goes in there right away and scores a wonder goal for the German team, and then just couldn't get a game for them after that.
Yeah.
You know, he's got this big reputation. I think everybody that is either associated with Man City or Chelsea, as kids, get this hyped up. They get loaned out, wonder kid and all that stuff, and
then
there's loads of them in the game.
Aye. I mean, did Chelsea have something like 60 players on loan? It's sort of something mental like that at one point under the Mourinho thing.
Anybody that's half decent, they just sign them up, and because it's an investment for them.
And it also means another team doesn't have them as well, just in case they become good.
Yeah.
You know?
I think like some Man City and Chelsea, they were just hoovering all the young talent up.
Exactly.
I just loaning them out to their teams in Holland and Australia and wherever else.
And Man City have got the Man City in that they've got the Emiratis on the teams around the world. Because see the oil company that own Man City or Sheikh Man thing. Do you know what their profits are? Right, and I know this for a fact. Say a barrel of oil's $80 today, right? They make $80 million profit a day.
Okay.
A day. You know what I mean? So when you think when oil was $100 a barrel, that means they were making $100 million profit. Now after taxes, profit a day. You know what I mean? It's just monopoly money. In fact, it's not even monopoly money. It's beyond that. And that's why they put a stop on. That's why they put a stop on that Newcastle United law, because the owners of Newcastle have got more than him. You know, because it's based on Saudi Aramco, and they're meant to have $10 trillion in a current account. 10 trillion. Obviously, it's not a current account, but you know what I mean.
Me and Stacey just subscribed to your site, so you'll be up there shortly.
Stacey did YouTube and you did Facebook, but thank you very much for doing that, right? But
I did the wrong one, but hey ho.
It doesn't matter, man. Curtis. Curtis. I know, but he's not quite. I think Curtis is deaf. I think there's a bit of protection going on with Curtis, because remember he's only 18, you know, and he's small, and Newcastle, the richest club in the world by far. So although it's the Saudi wealth fund, Saudi Aramco, basically the oil, and it's like. And they've got 10 trillion allegedly. I don't know if it's true. It was also a rumor in Saudi when I was there. 10 trillion in a current account, and that's before assets and all that. You know, because the Saudi princes and kings are they're not billionaires. They're trillionaires themselves. You know, Because the thing is, Aramco don't put accounts out because they're a private company, like, you know, or whatever you call it, you know, because when they say Apple's the richest company in the world, you're like, well, anyway.
That's a thought. What did happen to him? Is he on loan?
Cortez, that's it. I've just looked at that there and gone, God, forgot all about him.
I thought
4.5 million in, we've just signed them. That shows you how bad their transfer business is.
it's the Cortez one, like, oh, we'll take you on loan and then we'll buy you no matter what.
I took my boy up to Ibrox a couple of years ago, and that's the Fuentes. We're sitting in a car, driving round to where the players you normally park, and there's people round about the car, and I say, my boy, oh, there's the Fuentes. Do you want to go up and see him? He's like, nah, you're all right.
Really? I know. Thanks for that, John, for something. But it's but like I say, right, that's us 41 minutes, and it's 1:30 in the morning here. What's the game that's coming on in England? Is it Man United now? No, they were last night.
No,
It's
they're Villa
Chelsea. That should be a good game. Do you know what? Right, that's 40 minutes, right? And I know every man and their dog's online now doing an after thing, but I'll knock this in the head. But two new joiners today, Alan and Mad Ali. That's brilliant. And you have done well. But right, thank you very much for joining. Right. And again, I'll see you all during the week. Right, I'll probably come on tomorrow at some point. If you're about.
Have a good day.
Right. Cheers. Thank you. Thanks for listening.